Word Mafia.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of Aqua Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Season 5, Episode 4, The Little Prince.
Oh, I read that book.
Which one's The Little Prince?
Time ago. It's this little, like, a prince who goes to the moon or something, and he, like... Do you remember? It's like a children's book.
It's not the one with the crayon, right?
No.
I remember this guy who draws... Or there's also one with the kid on the flying bed. I think that's
They also made a movie based on the book.
Yeah, was that a Ghibli movie?
No. It's like a regular, like, animated movie.
Okay. Non-Disney.
No, it's not. I don't think it's Disney.
Maybe
but it's, like, kind of recent-ish.
I remember on VHS, so not too recent. It feels recent.
The movie? No, like, I think there was an animated movie that's kind of recent. Like, it's...
Oh, like a new recent one.
I think so.
Oh.
I think. Anyway, yeah, it's a book. It's like an older book.
Okay.
I just remember the prince going to the moon. Like walking on it and stuff. It's like very fantastical and stuff. I think.
Whose episode do you think this is?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, it could be like what's been happening and is like going back and forth between the island and regular. Okay,
like a scattershot episode where it's just like everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Let's find out. But first, you at home, don't forget, this is not a market substitute. Be sure to support the official release. And if you want, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/AquaMafia. Link in the description. There's a thing in there. There's stuff over there. We're going to watch.
I don't think they understood anything you said.
Do you know what's happening to me?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Shut up.
It's interesting that she's not, like, going through time at all, though. Well, I mean, I guess
technically they all are.
I guess they are, so maybe that's why
she's
just experiencing.
But why only her?
Yeah.
Did you know that Claire was flying to LA to give him up for adoption?
No, I didn't.
I think we should say he's mine.
There's other ways to do this.
After everyone we've lost, Michael, Jim, and Sawyer, I can't lose him too.
Sawyer's not dead.
But he's gone.
If we're gonna protect the people that we left behind, tomorrow morning I'm gonna have to convince everyone to lie. So I'm gonna turn to you first. Are you with me?
I have always been with you. Erin, honey, Mommy's gonna run out and do an errand, and then we can go home.
Don't worry about us, Kate. There's candy in the minibar and 100 channels on TV. We're going to be just fine here.
Delivery for you, Miss Kwan.
Okay, so that happened in this episode. I think I said she has business with a gun in our intro because I thought this happened already. Well, now she has the gun. And photos of Ben and Jack.
Okay, I don't think I caught.
Okay, good.
I don't think I caught it.
I hate accidentally spoiling things because I don't remember when things happen.
It's okay. I wouldn't have known it was a spoiler anyway, so.
If there's something that you want to tell me, Daniel, now would be a good time.
She's asking if you know why your girlfriend had a seizure.
Give us some space, would you?
She's like this because the sky keeps lighting up. He knew this would happen. He didn't say squat about it.
Go away.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I think it's neurological. Our brains have an internal clock, a sense of time. The flashes throw the clock off. It's like a really bad jet lag.
Really bad jet lag doesn't make you hemorrhage, Daniel. You want to tell me why it isn't happening to the rest of us?
I don't know. Thank God it's not.
Good. Please, Miss Austin, sit.
I'm here to offer you a deal. I'll give you the blood samples, but first I want to talk to your client.
Well, I am seeing my client later today, and I will be sure to pass along your offer. But I am pretty sure what the answer is going to be. And the reason, of course, is that you're in no position to be making any kind of deals, and we both know it. I have a signed court order compelling you to let us confirm that you're the child's mother. I could send the sheriff over there today and make you do it, but my client insists that we handle the exchange of custody quietly.
I just want to know who is doing this to me.
You did this to yourself. You are going to lose the boy.
We have to go back to the orchid.
That's where all this started. Maybe it's where it'll all stop.
And how are you gonna do that? This is all happening because they left. I think it'll stop if I can bring them back.
Bring who back?
Jack, Sam, Saeed, Hugo, Kate.
The boat blew up and that chopper was probably on it.
They're not dead, James.
Says who?
That doesn't matter. I have to make them come back, even if it kills me. Don't you want her to come back?
Doesn't matter what I want.
Who are you?
It's me.
Daniel.
Hooray, everything's back to normal.
Oh my God, Miles.
Good. Now take this IV out to my arm and let's go.
Say, you were unconscious for over 42 hours.
Whoa.
You had the equivalent of 3 doses of horse tranquilizer in your system.
If you send that man to Hurley's house, we have to
You
leave
need
now.
to relax. Ben is not going to hurt Hurley.
The only side he's on is his own.
Dr. Shepard, you were suspended on charges of substance abuse. Emergency or not, Dr. Shepard, you have no business being here.
I understand, and I take full responsibility for my actions.
No, Doctor. The hospital takes full responsibility for your actions, and that makes us liable for them.
Excuse me.
Hurley, where are you? Dude, I'm totally cool. I'm in LA County lockup. Oh, and tell Saeed I did exactly what he said. I'm totally safe. Ben's never gonna get me now. Thank
What are you talking about? Hurley? Wait.
Why did he just hang up?
How you doing today, sir?
Got your meds for you. Sorry, I think you have the wrong room.
Nope. Room 133, right?
Who are you working for? The address is in my pocket.
Did he have to shoot him twice?
Hello, Saeed. Do we know anyone who lives at 42 Panorama Crest?
That's Kate's address.
Kate? It's Jack. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where are you right now? Are you at home?
What?
Listen, I'll explain everything once you're out, but you've got to get Erin.
Look, I'm not at home. Okay, Erin is at a hotel with Son.
Son? Son's in LA.
Yeah, she's here on business. I'm so sorry that I picked up the
Kate,
phone.
do not hang up on me. Please listen. Listen, when you tell me where you are, I need to see you.
I'm downtown, Wilshire Knoll.
Okay. All right, I'm on my way. Good, I'll go deal with Hugo.
Sorry, Ben. I'm not letting you get anywhere near.
You have friends in trouble. Let's get them to safety and save the dirty linen for later.
I'll drive.
Like Sage, like I just gotta protect Hurley. That's all.
I know, it's all about Hurley.
I gotta keep him away from all of this.
No, man, Hurley doesn't deserve this, man. That's ominous.
Whatever it is, we better stay clear of it.
Beach is this way. Now you want to take the scenic route. You know when we are?
We need to keep moving.
So yes, he does. Uh-oh.
You okay?
I'm peachy. Nobody move.
You're not alone in this. We are all here for you, Miss Peavy. It's all of us. But I need you to push.
Season 1. Sawyer was there. Aaron's 2 moms.
Did you see something out here, James?
It's gone now.
Looking like old Jack again. Not the crazy bearded one.
Somebody wants Aaron.
What? What are you doing?
Look, I gotta go. All right, get in or don't.
All right, he's getting in.
You and I both know when we were before the flash, James. So who was it you saw? Charlie? Shannon? Yourself?
How is it that you knew when we were, Johnny boy? That light in the sky was from the hatch, wasn't it?
The night that Boone died, I went out there and started pounding on it as hard as I could. I was confused, scared, asking why was all this happening to me?
Did you get an answer?
Light came on, shot up into the sky. At the time, I thought it meant something.
You turn us around then. You want to go back there? You can tell yourself to do things different. Save yourself a world of pain.
No, I needed that pain. Get to where I am now. Hey, I just got a nosebleed.
What? When?
Let's just not freak out the others, okay? Why? Why her? Why me?
I don't know. I think it might have something to do with duration of exposure. You know, the amount of time you spent on the island.
Doesn't make any sense. Those yahoos have been here for months. I've never been here before 2 weeks ago.
Are you sure about that?
Cam's back.
Where did these come from?
Good question. Pretty old.
Azura.
Ajira. It's based out of India, but they fly everywhere.
Great. Maybe they got a flight out of here to Vegas.
So when are they?
Yeah.
Their camp's here, but it's all wrecked. Is it Ajira Airlines?
Maybe future? Because they haven't really gone to the future yet. They've only been going to the past.
Yeah.
A hell of a lot better when we're going by motorboat.
You alright?
I saw Kate delivering Claire's baby.
That was 2 months ago.
5 travels a bitch.
Get out!
I think they want their boat back! Oh! These your people?
No, they yours?
That's true. Their people also had guns.
Ooh. Oh. Not really though, because now they're in the middle of the ocean in a storm.
Massive storm. Look at
What if the person who wants to take Erin is sitting in that hotel room right now? Then what?
Oh my God.
That's Claire's mother.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she has a right.
Well, she knows she does. The rest of the world doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does she know she has the right?
Let me go talk to her. I can just explain to her why we did it. Maybe if I can get her to understand why, she'll listen to me. Erin is my family too.
It's my nephew.
Yeah.
I like the duality of it being storming in the island and also storming in LA. Because it never rains in LA. Yeah, also, like, where's Claire?
Yeah.
Like, the last time she appeared was in the cabin, and then that was it.
Dr. Shepard. Hello, Miss Littleton.
Drenched.
No, I'm fine.
I like how he's like, no, I'm not drenched, I'm fine. It's like, you're clearly wet.
I knew you were here, Miss Littleton, because I followed your lawyer. I understand that you feel the need to do this, but I need you to know that everything that Kate and I have done, it was for Erin.
Who's Erin?
Miss Littleton, what are you doing here in Los Angeles?
Let's go, drive, and call Son and tell her to bring Erin to the Long Beach Marina. We'll meet her there.
What are you talking about? What
Kate,
happened?
we have to go now.
I'm not going anywhere until you tell me what just happened.
She doesn't know anything. She doesn't even know that Erin exists.
The lawyer...
She sued Oceanic, and she's in town to pick up her settlement.
And it's just a coincidence that her lawyer happens to be the same lawyer that's trying to take my son.
I don't know. Whoever's trying to take Erin, it's not her.
I don't know, maybe the one with, like, all that money.
Why'd you take it upon yourself to rescue Hugo?
I have to make sure Hurley was safe.
Yeah, because he's my freaking
Because
friend.
it's Hurley.
Because it's Hurley, and he's a wonderful human being who doesn't deserve all of this. Why else?
He's defenseless.
I know, right? Just because I'm jaded and dangerous and stuff doesn't mean I want him to be the same way.
Mr. Lyons? Mr. Norton? I looked into it and they don't have any kind of solid case against Reyes.
That's very good news.
We have a prelim hearing in the morning. The judge will never let it get past that, and Reyes will be a free man.
Thank you, Dan.
Anytime.
So he's like,
Who is that?
my lawyer.
That's my lawyer.
Well, that answers a lot of questions.
So Ben is trying to take Erin? I mean, I guess that makes sense because he
He
wants...
needs everybody.
Yeah.
I would never do that again.
So, yeah, he needs everyone to go back. So he needs custody of Erin so he can take him back to the island. But what about Kate? How's he going to get Kate there?
Good.
I mean, I guess
Follow
by
Erin
taking
or
Erin,
be away
yeah,
from him.
yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess she would follow Erin.
He needs Erin, but also Erin's pretty good bait.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to finish our conversation.
Conversation was that?
When you were about to tell me how it felt to see Kate again.
I wasn't about to tell you anything.
Why don't you tell me now?
I was close enough to touch her. If I wanted to, I could have stepped right up and talked to her.
Why didn't you?
What's done is done. Juliet.
Oh, no, is she bleeding? No! I swear to God, if she dies.
She's been on the island for 3 years.
Well, but it seems like He said it has to do with the exposure, but he didn't specify whether or not that means you, like, whoever's been on the island longer starts getting nosebleeds versus shorter. Because if Sawyer and Locke haven't gotten a nosebleed yet, and they've only been on the island for, what is it now? Like, well, at the time the whole time travel happened, they were on the island for like 3 months. What was it? 3 months? 4 months?
3 to 4.
So they
over 100 days.
Mm-hmm. But the other people are getting nosebleeds, which mean they could have been on the island longer. Oh look, it's Jack.
Who are any of these people?
No, I'm not Jack from Lost, Jack from Titanic.
Oh, yeah. He found another door.
I know. He found a door, guys. It's full circle. See, they had to find him in the middle of the Pacific. He's in the Pacific Ocean now instead of the Atlantic Ocean. Yo, no fucking way. Ah! What? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Yes! Yes, my boy's alive! Wrong J name, but you know, we got there. Bruh. Wait, but like, what year is this though? Yo. Son, go back to the island right now. Get your man. Although I don't know what year it is, so.
Right before I called you, Saeed was attacked. The guy that did it. Your address was in his pocket.
Saeed, what's he doing here?
Matters is that we get you and Aaron someplace safe.
She's like, oh, hell no.
It's okay. He's with me.
It's him. He's the one who's trying to take Aaron.
No, you don't understand. No, Jack, she's right.
Yeah, she's right.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Well, they're all here.
Yep.
Except for Hurley. I
Yeah.
guess, technically.
He's in jail. Revenge for
How
her dead
the fuck-
husband.
How the fuck? Who's not quite dead yet. Or he isn't dead. When is he, though? That is the question, right?
How did you get here?
Boat.
You must have been cut in the same storm as us. What is your name?
Juan Jinso. Jin.
Hello, Jin. I'm Daniel. Daniel Russo.
Bruh, he's all the way back in that. Oh my fucking god.
16 years ago.
Bruh. Poor Jin. Fuck. Wow, she was young. I mean, that makes sense. Right? I should have known when they started speaking French that it was Rousseau.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, French, okay.
Because they found
Didn't
like
piece it together.
Locke found like pieces from the ships. Like, who anyone speak French? It's like, who do we know that speaks French?
And got lost on the island too.
In a storm.
Oh yeah, and she was with people, and they all.
And you see on the radio, you hear 4, 8, 15.
Oh.
The numbers that brought them there is playing on their little radio thing.
Yo, that's cool. Okay.
Jin was there. This whole time, Jin was there.
Huh. But then that's interesting because that means he's alive. He's just now going through the same thing.
Very, very badly hurt, but alive.
Yeah. How the hell did he survive?
I think, well, survive.
Right?
Not sure.
Yeah,
but
how did
he was in the bubble, same as Dan, because Dan was ferrying back and forth in the lifeboat. So
I know how he's doing this. Yeah.
So the ship blew up.
Yeah.
Somehow he got thrown into the range.
Yeah.
And
Before
time
it
travel sucked him up too. And he was floating on a piece of this freighter that traveled with him because he was with it.
Yeah.
Same as their clothes and everything.
Yeah.
And he's just been out in the ocean traveling through time this whole time, unconscious.
Yeah.
Like,
damn.
Screw it. I'll roll with it. Jin's alive.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know, I'm not mad. I'm not complaining, man.
Like, that doesn't make... How did he, like... whatever. He's alive.
But, son, your husband, go get your man. Go back to the island. No, this is so bad. She doesn't know he's alive. And she's trying to, like, prevent everyone from going back. But then her husband's there. And then if she prevents everyone from going back, he would die for real.
The man trying to bring him back, she wants to kill for killing her husband, who's still alive and on the island that he wants to bring him back to.
Damn, the drama. Damn it, son. Yeah. I get it.
I mean, like we've been saying, Sun's on her villain arc where she's just like vigilante revenge.
I respect it. I mean, look, I respect her because she thinks Jin is dead. Yeah. And I get it. How could she know that Jin's alive? She wouldn't. She couldn't.
She saw the boat explode.
Yeah, I get it. I would do the same. Just kidding. I wouldn't do the
If you had her resources.
Well,
because she was rich before all this, then she became even richer and used that rich to get even richer.
Yeah.
She's like probably the richest out of all of them.
Yeah.
Especially since Harley gave up all his lottery winnings. And I think he gave up the settlement too to his parents. Because he's working at the chicken place again. But
yeah, she's rich.
But she's richer than all of them, I think, at this point, and uses that to run her father's empire and hunt down Ben. Yeah, because she's working with Whitmore now.
Anyway,
yeah,
that's cool. I'm glad to see Jin again. I'm glad that I didn't read the credits.
I don't think he showed up in the credits.
Did he not?
Because they wanted this to be a surprise.
But they showed other people before. Like
those were guest stars, and he's not a guest star. So I guess they're able to negotiate with him.
They did show, like, I remember Ian Somerhalder's name being brought up.
His name always shows up.
Well, it was after he had already died. I mean, he appeared in a flashback when we did watch the episode. So like, but it would. I mean, I only knew that when I watched the episode that it was a flashback. But I did see his name, so I was like,
yeah. Usually they have the name, but I think they just convinced the actor, can we please not put your name in the credits? It will ruin the surprise. And he was like, yeah. Because usually when you're an actor, you want your name in the opening credits.
Well, yeah.
Like, you gotta have that.
Yeah.
But if they're like big enough star or they like the show enough, they'll be like, yeah, you don't have to credit me in the opening. You throw my credit at the end of the in the actual credits. That's fine. Like, or I do want this to be a surprise.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the credits, so
that's
either way, I did.
It could, let us know if it was in the opening because I wasn't paying attention. I forgot to look.
Yeah. Yay, Jin!
Jin's back.
I'm glad.
And Rousseau's back, kind of.
Well, yeah, kind of. I guess
we never got a Rousseau flashback. So.
That's true. We never knew like. I mean, we knew what happened, essentially. Like
we know her version of what happened.
Yeah, but we didn't see it. And, like, also, yeah, she was stuck there for 16 years. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Like, I mean, I guess at the time, like, the technology wasn't as, like, anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. So, wait, that means also the main group is also 16 years in the past.
Yeah, that's when they all wound up. That was the storm that they appeared in. All right.
But it's interesting that, like, the people who were... Wait, so were the people who were firing at them Rousseau's group?
No, because
it was different.
That was the future.
Right, and then they had the flash, right? And then they got to shore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't know when that was.
We presume it's after they disappeared because the camp was... there, but wrecked. And it wasn't wrecked when they left. So we don't know how far in the future. It could be like the next day, or it could be years later. Like,
right.
We don't know.
Yeah, but that was like the first time they ever went to like the future past when the time stuff started.
As far as we know, yeah. Because there's a... No, I think you're right. Yeah.
They say when they are.
We pretty much established, for the most part, when everything was at least before the camp. Because the first time they traveled, there just was no camp, and they didn't know when they were.
It's good, but they do mention like you haven't landed here yet.
Yeah, and then they appeared to a point when there was a wrecked hatch, and then hatch was back, and then yeah.
So they haven't. Yeah, they actually haven't gone to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, except for then.
It's possible the crater of the hatch was in the future because we didn't see what the beach looked like at that point. They were only there briefly.
How hard was it keeping that a secret from me that Jin's not actually dead?
Little rough. Because you were so devastated by that. I mean, we all were because we all love Jin. But like, I just was remembering how I felt when when he died. Well, when we found out that he's going to die, and then when anticipating when he dies, and yeah, knowing that he's not actually dead that whole time was kind of like, yeah.
Like, okay,
he's gone forever. He's off the show.
Part of me is like happy that he's alive, and then part of me is like, why do they do this? Why do writers do this?
They stretched out his death a long time because they told you it's gonna happen, and then it happens, and then for this whole season we're like, yeah, he's dead. I missed a couple times. I talked about Jin as if he was still alive, and I had to correct myself. Which thankfully you didn't catch on meant that he is still alive, but that I just forgot, or I don't think of it in that way. Because when I was talking about the last episode, I was talking about people who are in the military on the show. I mentioned I said like Saeed, Jin, Desmond, and Kimi, but he's dead. Like, I forgot to put Jin in the dead soldier category. And then I correct myself like, who's in the military that's still on the island and is alive? Because not Jin, he's dead. As we all know.
Except for the next episode where he's alive.
Like, it was like, please show up alive. I forgot what episode it was where he washes up on shore. I was like, is it this one? No. Okay.
Yeah, see, okay.
It's gotta be the next one.
It's really hard because like I love Jin and I love his character and I'm glad to see more of him. And then, but at the same time, I'm like, I really don't like when characters come back like this. Like usually especially because they did such a great send off with him too. Like even though they showed he was gonna die, and then when he actually did die, it was like such a nice like moment too, because like he did it for Sun and his child. Right? I don't know. Like it was just like it was a nice way to die, and I was coming to terms with it. And it's like, okay, this is fine, I'm okay. And then he comes back alive, and now I'm gonna have to watch him die all over again. if maybe, I don't know. If he does die later. But
now it's possible again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, now I'm gonna have to go through this heartbreak all over again and worry about when he's gonna die again. And I'm like, man, why you gotta do this to me twice? Also, I just like, when it's just not just in Lost, but like, they did. Okay, this is gonna be kind of spoiler for some people. I've talked about this before, but in Avatar 2: Way of Water, spoiler alert for if you haven't seen it, pause video or skip ahead now. But basically, the main villain in the Avatar 1, comes back alive because, as you know, in Avatar 1 he dies, and then so in Avatar 2 they brought him back. Well, they didn't really bring him back. He's basically alive now and becomes the main villain again in Avatar 2. And it's like, I don't know, like that kind of, especially the way they explain it, I just don't really, I didn't like how they were just like, yeah, this just happened. Okay, we're going to move on. It's like, it was so bad the way they explained it. So characters coming back, kind of sometimes it feels like it's a disservice to the character itself and like how they sent them off and like their journey is done, right? And then to just cheaply bring them back because of ratings or whatever. Like, I love Jin, but his send off was so good. It just like, it feels cheap now. Like, I feel like as an audience member watching, it feels like they just, like, I feel not, maybe, I don't know if betrayed is like the right word, but it feels like they think we're stupid. Like, why did you cheapen our memory of this such a great character by just being like, yeah, no, he's alive somehow.
He survived. He's the only person to survive the freighter exploding.
Right? Like,
no one else did, I guess.
I mean, I understand why Michael wouldn't, because he was like...
He was right there.
Yeah, he was right there.
Here's Bomb, here's Michael.
Yeah, so... I mean, I guess out of all of them, like, Jin...
He was on the top deck,
he was,
running towards the helicopter. So he was probably near the edge of the boat when it blew up.
Which I guess, okay, like, it's... I guess it's plausible that he survived, but it's still like... why did, like, if they didn't spend all that time not even foreshadowing, but like telling us that, yeah, he's gonna die with the gravestone.
Yeah.
And then showing us how he died.
That happens like halfway through the season, I think.
Yeah, like...
And then for the back half of the season, we're like, when's it gonna happen? And then it happens.
Yeah, like, if they didn't do that, then it wouldn't feel as cheap. But because they like, played it out like that and made it such a big, important thing for us to know he's gonna die and, like, and how he was gonna die and make sure his send-off was good. Then to be like, somehow Palpatine's back. Like, what the fuck do you mean somehow Palpatine's back? That's a Star Wars spoiler for everyone. Sorry.
It was in the trailer, I think.
Was it? I don't know.
Anyway,
that, yeah. to pull a somehow Palpatine is back and not explain that shit. Yeah. Dude, I was so mad when Palpatine came back. Boy.
It's like, to find out how he came back, read this obscure novel that came out like 2 months after the movie.
Right? Like,
I'm not doing that.
No, right?
I'll Wikipedia if I care enough.
That's not even like I'm not even summarizing. Like, they literally just say
the in-movie explanation is
somehow Palpatine is back.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason Palpatine is back.
We're kind of in the middle of another one because we know Locke's gonna die.
Well, yeah,
because we've seen his corpse.
But now that
but he's alive.
Well,
now on the island.
Yeah. So he's kind of in this, like, Schrodinger's cat.
But it's
thing,
like the same we were in with Jin, which is we know Jin's going to die.
Well, no.
And then we see then we see him die, but actually he didn't die. For Locke, it's much more concrete because there's a body.
Well,
but I'm just saying we're in the anticipation phase again for another character. Like last season it was Jin. This season it's Locke.
But then, see, now that Jin's back, I'm like, whatever, Locke's dead. Is he, though? Like, so now it doesn't... I mean, Locke wasn't my favorite character, but, like, I wanted to at least see a good send-off. And then if it's, like, now that, like, Jin's back, now I'm thinking the same thing with Locke. It's like, well, even if his send-off is good, it's like, what if he's just alive? Like, I would not be surprised if Locke is still alive after he dies.
We see his body, though. In the coffin. Yeah,
but then I think that has to do with something about the orchid. Like, they're gonna somehow reach it at some point because, his body went 3 years.
He does get off the island. We know
he gets off of it, and like he's like 3 years in the future because of probably turning the freaking wheel. Because I mean, Ben went in the future 1 year, but we don't know if that's a constant thing or if it's just.
But also,
random.
we don't know when they will be when he turns the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. So.
Yeah, I know. All this time travel stuff's like, that's time. Timey-wimey, whatever.
Also, I actually find it interesting. They, like, made it a rule, like, when Penny asked, this is, like, last episode, but, like, when Penny asked Desmond about, like, why don't you only remember this 2 days ago? Like, if it's a memory from, like, 1990, whatever, right? Or not 1990, but, like, from when you were
2001
on... Yeah, something like that, right? Like, when he was on island. He's like, why didn't you remember it when I met you, like, when I saved you? Which, is like...
Why didn't you remember Faraday when you met him on the island? Mm-hmm. Why didn't he remember you?
I have these questions, too.
You both met each other a few times before meeting each other on the island.
Because actually, that doesn't make sense. Because, I mean, I don't know how time... Like, now I'm a little bit more confused on how their time travel works. Because, he should... If the time travel works like that, then he should just always remember. Yeah,
so the way they've kind of outlined it so far is whatever happened, and it always happened that way.
Yeah.
Unless you're Desmond. Desmond is special.
Right.
The rules don't apply to him.
We did say that. Mm-hmm.
That's how he can do crazy... He can change He can change details, but the big picture still kind of course corrects. So they never met each other before meeting each other on the island, except because it's Desmond they did, but they didn't, so they don't remember it. So it happened, but they don't remember it in order to maintain continuity with the universe itself. I guess. I mean, in the case of Dan, he had some kind of memory issues.
Yeah.
Desmond was in the midst of a time travel thing, so he doesn't remember it then either. But Daniel went up to Desmond in the past and was like, hey, we know each other. Find my mom. and he doesn't remember it until now. Because there's no memory loss. There's no, oh, Desmond was mid-time travel. No, that happened to Desmond in the past. Dan met him on the island.
In the past.
In the past. So he just didn't remember it until now. Why? Because that's how his powers work. Because that's happening to Dan now.
Yeah.
And Dan changed it now. I guess.
I don't know. That's why I'm a little confused, but maybe they'll answer. I don't know. Because even Desmond was like, I don't know.
I don't know how it works, but it does. But it did happen. I know that.
Yeah. Anyway. Yay, Jen.
Yay. So, technically, this is a Kate episode. We open with a Kate flashback. The main story on the island was it was about a lot of things, but Aaron being taken was a big plot point that kind of connected to various things. And we see Kate via time travel through Sawyer's eyes. So, this is a Kate episode. How did you feel about Kate's story?
I mean, it didn't really... Nothing new, I guess, kind of... Because, like, it was... I would argue it's Kate and Aaron, just because
that's fair.
She's focusing on...
Aaron was also in the flashback and was also there being born.
Yeah.
In the time travel.
So, like... Yeah, I don't know. I
could see that.
Like, we didn't... I mean, nothing necessarily new... Like, she didn't do anything that, like, bothered me or anything like that.
No.
I don't know. She's just... I'm still, like, whatever about Kate right now.
Well, yeah. So her story in this episode is someone's trying to take Aaron. I'm going to try and make a deal and plead with whoever's trying to do it not to do it.
Yeah.
How do I talk to the lawyer. That's a brick wall. I'm going to follow the lawyer. Oh, no, it's Claire's mom. Oh, it's not Claire's mom. It's Ben.
Mm.
And it's like, oh yeah, of course it's Ben.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Like, it being Claire's mom makes sense, but how does she know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, she doesn't know.
It makes sense that it was Ben. I mean, he's trying to get everyone on the island, and the best way is to get custody.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know how Ben has any right to custody, but legalese, resources.
He's rich.
He can finagle away. Yeah. And then, of course, Sun's story is, she wants to hunt down Ben. Jack wants to get everyone back to the island. Saeed wants to protect Hurley. And it all is finally like, everyone, give or take a Hurley, is there.
Yeah.
5 out of 6 of the Oceanic 6 are now, like, in one place with Ben.
I'm excited.
Yeah, where's that going to go?
I'm excited for Sun's...
Yeah,
I want to see what kind of shit she's gonna do, man. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I fucking love Sun. She's a badass.
So yeah, Sun is in a very fun place right now, where it's like, what's she gonna do? And now we know Jin's alive with Rousseau. When they got to the island, like, how's that gonna go?
And poor Jin has no idea what is happening because he's been unconscious for 2 days.
Yeah, he's like, I know the name Rousseau. Like, I've met Danielle Rousseau briefly. We didn't speak the same language, but
no, but he knows who she is.
But I know of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
oh man, this sucks too. Like for Jin, because this is like extra. Like he has not only like a language barrier, but like he's not gonna know anything that's freaking happening.
He's probably concussed. He's been unconscious for 2 days.
Yeah, man.
He's like, it's not the same, Rousseau. That's not possible. What is happening?
Right, because whose mind would go to time travel as their first option is what's happening.
Probably me, but I'm weird. I'm like, time travel.
No, you wouldn't. That is not true. You wake up
if there's a monster on the island, I'm like, time travel's probably a thing.
Yeah. But if you wake up stranded on a door and then like and you're concussed and stuff, I don't think your first reaction would be like, I'm time traveling.
I'm in a sci-fi novel. There you go. I'm in a sci-fi short story, but I gotta get shipwrecked on an island, but also time travels for some reason.
Okay, would it be more like, I guess this could be your question for the comments or something, but like, would your first reaction be like, I'm in an isekai and I got sucked into something? Or would it be time travel? I mean, I guess isekai could also be time travel, but like when I mean time travel is in like lost time travel. You're like in the same world. Just...
No, my mind would go to time travel if it was me.
You wouldn't be isekai? No.
I would have thought we time traveled as soon as we heard a giant monster roaring in the jungle. Like, oh, this is the past. That's a dinosaur.
Oh, you would have thought it was a dinosaur. Okay.
From day one, I'd be like, dinosaur, we're in the past. And as an extra on Lost, I would never see the monster. It would tell me it's smoke. I'm like, that makes no sense. It's a dinosaur. We're time travel.
You're an extra.
No rescue's coming, huh? Maybe because there's no other planes yet.
I like how you just you put yourself as an extra on Lost.
I'm not one of them. I know that. I'm friends with Hurley, but they never see us talking on camera.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just one of the many people. Like
you're one of like the 40-something people.
Yeah.
That also crashed. Anyway,
just going. I know we're in dinosaur times. All right.
Fair enough.
All the evidence points to that. Why is there a polar bear? There's probably polar bears back then. I don't know enough about...
On a tropical island?
Yeah, because it's prehistoric times. Obviously, they used to live in tropical areas, and then Ice Age hit, and they changed their whole thing.
Did polar bears even exist back then? Like...
That's what I've been thinking. Like, did they exist back?
I don't know.
I mean, what were bears like? I mean... Probably not, because mammals, I think, were really tiny at this point in time. But if we travel back in time, polar bear did too. And then Dharma Initiative. Okay, other people traveled through time. Or they must have been doing time travel on this island or something. I don't know, man. That's a dinosaur. I know that. that's
even though you would be wrong.
I know, I would be totally wrong. I would not move off of that point. I'd be like, time travel. And then over the days, like, Faraday living here says, so you guys came here on a boat? From where? From what time? And he's like, how do you know about time? I knew it! That's a weird thing to say to what I said. Time travel.
And then it would just come full circle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, any bit of evidence to support my thoughts.
I know.
All right, mysteries for the episode.
That was just like a fun little tangent. Just want to know where your head's at, you
know? When did they all wind up back at camp?
What?
So what year was it when they got back to their camp?
Which time?
Yeah, what time is it?
No, I mean like, because they did twice, right? The one when they saw it wrecked, and then there was another time when they went to the camp, but it just wasn't there.
I mean in this episode.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a mystery.
Yes, it is.
And
you should probably put what year, not when. What year was it when...
Okay, yeah, that's probably a good point.
Because, I'm not... That was a very weird way to ask that question.
Okay, what year did they all wind up back at camp? And who was shooting at them on the boats?
I mean, I assume it's... Yo, what if it was themselves? That'd be kind of sick.
That was a popular fan theory after this episode. Like, they're shooting at themselves.
I know, because, like, how would they know? Well, but they would know.
How would they know?
Because if they're in the future and they're... Like, they went to the future.
Uh-huh.
And if they have the memory of them going to the future and being shot at, they should know, oh, that's us in the future. Like, wait, don't shoot at us because that's going to be us. We've already lived this.
Maybe they didn't realize it as... Maybe there's some, their camp was...
Because for the people in the future, it's the past.
Yeah.
So they would know.
It's the present that they're all in.
And they're not special like Desmond, so they should remember this.
It's a perfect loop where it would always happen that way.
Yeah.
That was all good points.
So maybe it's not them. It could just be like, I mean, they literally took a boat from...
Or it's like Sawyer and Juliet and a bunch of new people and they're shooting. I'm like, wait, stop!
Maybe.
I remember this.
Maybe. Or it could just be like, yeah, people from the future that got... It could be, the people who are trying to get back to the island, like Jack and them. I don't know. Fuck.
They actually get back to the island and they start shooting at the others, not realizing it's...
It could be because they don't... Because, like, if they're jumping back in time, right? And then, like...
Yeah.
They won't know.
So, yeah. Are they in the future? Or are they later in this season? Are they next... Did they travel to season 6? But... Like, are we gonna, like... How far in the future were they? Was it, like,
I don't know.
Past the show?
I don't know.
Mid-show?
Wait, what do you mean by past the show?
Like, did they travel beyond what happens in season 6?
Oh, like
all
of that
20
stuff?
years in the future. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they recognize the boat, like the airline.
They know of the airline.
Yeah, so it's like, well...
It's based in India, but they travel everywhere. Ajira Airlines.
I don't know if they're like 20 years in the future, but like I'm sure they're probably a few years in the future. And it's either themselves shooting, like they're shooting at themselves, or like maybe like everyone gets back to the island, right? The Oceanic 6 gets back to the island, and it could be like them shooting at, them, and then I don't know, or it could just be like a new cast, like of people that somehow got stranded, and they're like, what the fuck? Who are these people?
And yeah, the other question is Ajira Airlines. Why are there bottles for Ajira Airlines
Yeah.
at their camp?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a fun episode. I like that they travel to an episode that we've already seen. The night Boone died and Aaron was born. The light was the hatch. And the screaming was Claire.
Yeah, I actually suspected the light was the hatch.
Yeah.
Before they said it. I was like...
And Locke was like, let's avoid that. Like, why? There's a crazy light on the island. You be the first to check it out.
He was the first.
Like, I was. And had been there, done that.
Yeah.
I like what he says, too, which is, I needed that pain to get to where I am now.
Yeah. Plus, even if they did go there, things would just still happen the way they...
Well, one, they can't go there. Because none of them are Desmond. They can't change or...
Well, that's what I mean. Like, things would happen the way they happened, so...
Yeah. And yeah, Sawyer, when asked, why didn't you talk to Kate or make yourself known to Kate? And he's like, because,
it's done. Yeah.
What's done is done.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm pretty sure she's dead. Locke's telling me she's not dead. But I saw the boat explode. Or I know the boat exploded. I don't know how else they could have survived. And she did.
Well, I guess, yeah, like he thought, because he was swimming still, he thought they were still on the boat, I guess.
The helicopter was headed to the boat. Helicopter was out of fuel.
Yeah.
So he's like, this whole time he's thought she was dead until Locke's like, no, she's not dead. They're alive and they're off the island and I gotta bring them back.
But Locke has zero evidence.
I know. So Sawyer's like...
Whatever.
Sawyer's afraid to believe that. Where it's like, if I believe that, I'm just going to get crushed when it's not true. Or,
Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't know why I should believe it.
True, yeah. Locke, has zero evidence.
But Locke says, if we go back to the Orchid Station where all this started, I can maybe fix it. And he's like, it's the only plan we got. All right. Like Juliet said, any plan's better than no plan.
Man, I love Juliet. But I swear to God, I should die. No. If she dies, she better stay dead, though. If they die, they better stay dead.
All right.
I'll make an exception for Jin.
You get one lost.
Yeah, you get one. You get one, and that's it. It's Jin. That's it.
Have they killed off a character and brought them back?
No.
That wasn't like Mikhail?
No.
Because Mikhail's thing was more like, how is this happening? I think Jin is the only main cast that they killed off that didn't actually die.
Yeah.
Because Boone came back as a vision, and Lucia came back as a ghost.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
And yeah,
we mean
Charlie's the same thing.
Did they ever do? Yeah. Did they ever do a killed off character fake out to this extent?
No.
Yeah.
It's just Jin.
We're here's their tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
get one, and that's it. It's Jin. It's over. No one else. I swear to God. Anyway. We should move on so I can figure this out. I just want to see more of Jin now that he's alive.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's watch the next one. But first, you at home, this is not a market substitute. This is the end of it. We're doing the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, everybody.
This is why we're called Awkward Mafia, because we forget stuff.
If you want to see next week's episode, you can do so now on Patreon. Nice thanks to our early access tier. We also do uncuts. Those usually get posted early as well. And if you want to see exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff, it's only $1. Yeah. Also, our other reaction series we're going through right now is all the MCU movies and shows. Those are being posted very slowly, uncut, on Patreon first. And then eventually they'll be on YouTube when I get around to editing them. Thanks for watching.
watching.
Bye.